What if I told you that one of Hollywood's brightest stars has been hiding a secret so explosive, so dangerous, that it quietly rippled across the lives of some of the biggest names in music and sports? Nikki Taylor, yes, Teyana Taylor's own mother, has finally broken her silence, revealing a shocking truth the world was never supposed to hear. Her daughter Teyana Taylor, the superstar everyone thought they knew, was battling a mysterious illness for years, a sickness that escalated into AIDS. But here's where it gets darker. According to Nikki, Teyana didn't keep this private. Somehow this illness reached others in the celebrity world, touching Aaron Pierre, Iman Shumpert, Kanye West, Drake, Chris Brown, and more. Secret messages, hidden photos, clandestine meetings, everything points to a web of deception and deliberate cover-ups. How did one private struggle turn into a scandal that engulfed Hollywood? Who knew? Who covered it up? And why did Nikki wait so long to expose the truth? Tonight, we're peeling back the velvet curtain of celebrity life, exposing the hidden betrayals, shocking secrets, and a story so explosive that no A-list headline can contain it. Buckle up, because this is the Hollywood drama you were never supposed to see. You think you know Hollywood? But Nikki Taylor is about to show you a side of celebrity life that will leave you questioning every headline you've ever trusted. According to Nikki, her daughter Teyana Taylor wasn't just sick, she was the epicenter of a silent storm that rippled across the elite circles of music, sports, and entertainment. For years, Teyana's health was a carefully guarded secret, whispered only in the private corners of her world, until Nikki decided the truth could no longer stay buried. And when Nikki spoke, the names that started surfacing were nothing short of jaw-dropping: Aaron Pierre, Iman Shumpert, Kanye West, Drake, Chris Brown, and a string of other A-list figures who, according to Nikki, were all caught in the aftermath of Teyana's escalating illness. The very notion that one private struggle could touch so many stars seems almost unbelievable. Yet the evidence Nikki presents is meticulous, chilling, and impossible to ignore. Insiders tell us that for years, Nikki noticed strange patterns around Teyana's social circles: late-night meetings, encrypted messages, and carefully deleted photos that no one else would notice. "I saw it happening," Nikki confided in a private interview, her voice trembling but firm. "She didn't just fall sick. She pulled others into her world without them knowing. It was like watching a domino effect unfold, one I couldn't stop." Sources close to the family confirmed that Nikki spent countless nights piecing together text messages, social media interactions, and hidden emails, all revealing a network of covert communications that Teyana maintained with the industry's top names. And when these messages were cross-referenced with public appearances, tours, and collaborations, a disturbing pattern emerged. Proximity to Teyana often coincided with sudden, unexplained health concerns among those celebrities. Media outlets had noticed subtle anomalies. BBC and ABC News quietly reported a surge of confidential medical leaves among high-profile figures, while News and VH1 rumors hinted at behind-the-scenes health drama that no one was ready to confirm. The tabloids whispered, the fans speculated, but no one had the smoking gun until Nikki decided to step forward. She claims that she had evidence dating back years, documenting Teyana's initial illness, its progression, and the chain reaction it sparked among peers. "It wasn't just a personal issue," Nikki explained. "It became a web, and I was the only one with a map." Hollywood insiders were stunned when Nikki began releasing fragments of proof: shadowy photos of secret gatherings, blurred screenshots of cryptic messages, and coded notes that hinted at meetings so clandestine that no paparazzi could capture them. Some of the messages even referenced health updates in ways that seemed innocuous, but Nikki insists carried alarming significance. It was like a silent warning system, one anonymous source close to Nikki revealed. Those who knew how to read it were aware. The rest had no clue they were in danger. The celebrities affected ranged from performers to athletes, each connected through shared projects, social events, and backstage interactions. The more Nikki investigated, the clearer it became. This wasn't a coincidence. It was a pattern with real, devastating consequences. Aaron Pierre, whose name appears repeatedly in Nikki's documentation, allegedly had several encounters with Teyana that he would later describe as life-changing. In interviews, but Nikki's evidence suggests that these encounters carried far more gravity than the public realized. Iman Shumpert, who has always maintained a squeaky clean public image, is now implicated as one of the early points in the chain, showing symptoms that matched Nikki's documented timeline shortly after interactions with Teyana. And the list doesn't stop there. Kanye West, Drake, Chris Brown icons who dominate the charts and headlines are all linked in Nikki's revelations, with cryptic clues in their social media behavior, sudden tour cancellations, and private medical visits. The pattern is chilling, consistent, and impossible to ignore. Public reaction has been a mix of disbelief and horror. Social media exploded when Nikki first hinted at these connections, with hashtags trending worldwide within hours. Fans flooded forums with speculation. Could this really be happening? Was Hollywood hiding a secret epidemic? Outlets like Bravo and E! News scrambled for official comments, while Love and Hip Hop insiders whispered that the tea was hotter than anyone imagined. Nikki's revelations have left the industry scrambling, prompting private attorneys and PR teams to issue statements that are carefully vague, denying any wrongdoing while avoiding outright lies. It's classic damage control, an anonymous industry insider said. They know the story has legs, but they're hoping it burns out before anyone connects the dots fully. And yet, Nikki insists this isn't about revenge or drama. It's about truth. Her mission, she says, is to expose the networks of secrecy that allowed this chain reaction to happen, to hold those who ignored warning signs accountable, and to protect future generations from similar hidden dangers. I tried to stop it quietly, Nikki revealed. I tried to contain it, but when you see a domino effect, and you realize it's not stopping, you have to speak. The revelations are so explosive that several insiders report emergency meetings behind closed doors in major labels and sports management firms, with executives strategizing how to respond if the full details leak. The whispers have reached boardrooms, legal teams, and even private government liaisons who monitor celebrity health and media fallout. Nikki's documentation doesn't just point fingers, it paints a full picture of systemic negligence, secrecy, and cover-ups. The lavish lifestyles, the constant tours, the private jets. The glitzy events, all seen as part of the entertainment dream, also served as the perfect cover for a dangerous reality no one was prepared to face. Public appearances, red carpets, and music videos provided the illusion of health and vitality, masking the underlying turmoil. Hollywood has mastered the art of illusion, Nikki said, but even illusions crumble when truth comes knocking. The more Nikki shared, the more corroborating evidence seemed to surface from unexpected corners. Former assistants, anonymous collaborators, and even casual acquaintances began reaching out with stories that aligned perfectly with Nikki's timeline. Private gatherings turned into clandestine forums, where information about Teyana's condition and its effects was quietly exchanged. Some of these gatherings were described as ritualistic, with participants monitoring health indicators, sharing updates, and coordinating appearances to avoid suspicion. The level of coordination was shocking, revealing just how far-reaching and hidden the network of secrecy had become. This is where the scandal truly escalates. It wasn't just illness, it became a controlled narrative, a silent epidemic masked by glitz and glam. Nikki insists that Teyana, perhaps unknowingly, became the linchpin of this chain, and the consequences have been severe. Each affected celebrity now carries not just public image scrutiny, but private health concerns that have altered careers, relationships, and personal lives. The ripple effect is ongoing, with new reports emerging of previously unmentioned figures showing signs consistent with Nikki's claims. As Nikki prepared to go public, the tension reached a fever pitch. Calls from media outlets, private attorneys, and even government liaisons flooded in, urging caution and confidentiality. But Nikki stood firm, refusing to let fear or pressure silence her. The truth doesn't wait. she said. And Hollywood needs to learn that secrecy has consequences. It's a statement that has already sent shockwaves through celebrity circles, with insiders claiming some executives are quietly reconsidering contracts, health protocols, and public relations strategies. As Nikki Taylor's revelations continued to unfold, the Hollywood elite began to realize just how precarious their world had become. What started as whispers and private messages quickly became a storm no one could ignore. According to Nikki, Teyana Taylor's illness didn't just remain a personal battle, it became a silent force, influencing careers, relationships, and reputations in ways the public could never imagine. Aaron Pierre, once considered untouchable in his social circles, reportedly experienced a sudden shift in his health and energy levels after repeated encounters with Teyana, Iman Shumpert, who fans always saw as resilient and charismatic, allegedly began facing unexplained medical issues that coincided eerily with Nikki's timeline. And then there's the bigger picture, the A-list names who seemed untouchable. Kanye West, Drake, Chris Brown, all reportedly linked to Teyana's escalating condition through shared events, studio sessions, and private meetings. Nikki's documents suggest that what the public saw as harmless interactions were, in fact, part of a hidden web where proximity to Teyana carried consequences no one was prepared for. Inside sources revealed that Nikki spent months compiling her evidence, scouring Teyana's social media interactions, private texts, and encrypted emails. Some messages were coded, referencing locations, meetings, and updates in ways that seemed trivial to outsiders, but according to Nikki, carried alarming significance. It wasn't random, she said. It was intentional, or at the very least, completely negligent. Either way, the fallout has been devastating. Private meetings, hidden behind the glitz of industry events and charity galas, were allegedly used to exchange information, monitor health, and maintain secrecy. Multiple anonymous insiders described these gatherings as like watching a chessboard being played in the shadows, a strategic game of control, image management, and hidden agendas. The public, when Nikki's story first broke, was understandably incredulous. Fans flooded Twitter, Instagram, and Reddit with speculation. Hashtags went viral, and forums erupted with conspiracy theories linking Teyana to a shadow epidemic among celebrities. Media outlets scrambled for comments. BBC and ABC News cautiously covered the story with vague disclaimers, while E! News and VH1 hinted at a brewing scandal behind the scenes. Love and hip-hop insiders went on record anonymously, admitting that industry gossip had long hinted at something being off. But no one had the courage or evidence to name it until Nikki came forward. The story had the makings of a Hollywood thriller, and Nikki was the one holding the pen. One of the most shocking aspects of Nikki's investigation involves secret photos and private videos that allegedly captured Teyana in vulnerable moments with other stars. These weren't paparazzi shots or staged publicity images. They were allegedly obtained from inside private gatherings, encrypted cloud backups, and confidential communications. Nikki claims the materials show a deliberate effort to conceal illness while maintaining the illusion of glamour and vitality. According to her, some celebrities were aware of the risks, while others were unknowingly drawn into the web, becoming victims of circumstance and proximity. These weren't accidents, Nikki explained. They were hidden in plain sight, and the consequences were real. Aaron Pierre's story, as detailed by Nikki, is particularly alarming. He allegedly began experiencing a series of unexplained health issues after a series of interactions with Teyana. Nikki's records include texts from friends expressing concern, medical appointments coinciding with events, and private messages that hint at confusion and fear. Iman Shumpert's situation, while more subtle, reportedly followed a similar pattern, with sudden private retreats, tour cancellations, and health scares aligning with Nikki's documented timeline. Then there's Kanye West, Drake, and Chris Brown, who reportedly altered their schedules abruptly, canceled meetings, and flew under the radar of public scrutiny, all coinciding with interactions that Nikki claims were linked to Teyana's illness. The pattern, Nikki insists, is too consistent to ignore. Social media exploded as rumors spread. Fans speculated on celebrity health crises, hidden agendas, and secret alliances. While hashtags like #HollywoodSecrets, #NikkiTaylorReveals, and #TEYANA Taylor scandal trended worldwide, anonymous insiders leaked additional information corroborating parts of Nikki's story. A former assistant reportedly described a clandestine meeting where Teyana allegedly discussed updates with other celebrities in a private setting, while cryptic messages hinted at health concerns being monitored discreetly. These revelations painted a picture of a world where secrecy, fame, and illness collided in ways the public had never imagined. Meanwhile, Nikki claims that some celebrities attempted to contain the fallout. Lawyers and PR teams allegedly coordinated behind the scenes, crafting statements that were vague, carefully worded, and designed to maintain public image while avoiding admission of any connection. Yet, despite these efforts, the truth had a way of surfacing. According to Nikki, some industry insiders began quietly questioning the patterns, cross-referencing events, appearances, and private interactions, slowly realizing that a single thread, Teyana Taylor's illness, was influencing more lives than anyone had anticipated. The lavish world of celebrity entertainment became an unlikely stage for a silent crisis. Glitzy events, award shows, music video shoots, and exclusive parties all masked a hidden reality. Teyana's condition, combined with the secrecy surrounding it, allowed her to navigate public life with charm and energy, while those around her were unknowingly affected. Nikki's investigation highlights how image management and secrecy can sometimes create a dangerous bubble, where proximity, influence, and private interactions carry consequences invisible to the public eye. Sources close to Nikki revealed shocking details about the extent of the secrecy. Some meetings allegedly involved medical discussions, while others included coordinated appearances, synchronized travel, and even private tours designed to monitor health and avoid public exposure. These weren't ordinary celebrity meetups. They were orchestrated events with a hidden agenda, all centered around Teyana Taylor and her escalating condition. According to Nikki, the level of coordination and secrecy reached the point where even industry veterans were unaware of what was happening behind closed doors. Public reaction continued to intensify as Nikki released more details. Social media platforms buzzed with speculation, disbelief, and outrage. Forums dedicated to celebrity news exploded with users attempting to piece together timelines, events, and interactions. Hashtags trended and fans demanded answers. Even casual observers couldn't ignore the story's implications. A private illness had allegedly spiraled into a network affecting multiple celebrities, hidden beneath layers of secrecy, image control, and careful public relations maneuvers. The story also raised ethical questions about responsibility, secrecy, and public awareness. Nikki, in interviews, repeatedly emphasized that her goal was not to shame her daughter, but to expose a pattern of negligence and hidden risk. "I love my daughter," she said, "but the truth had to come out. People need to know what happens when secrecy, fame, and illness collide." Legal experts and media analysts began weighing in, speculating about potential lawsuits, public accountability, and whether industry protocols might need reevaluation. While no official statements were made, the conversation around celebrity responsibility and hidden health risks had undeniably shifted. As the scandal reached its boiling point, Hollywood insiders realized the full magnitude of what Nikki Taylor had revealed. The ripple effect of Teyana Taylor's illness had shaken even the most untouchable celebrities. Aaron Pierre, once celebrated for his charm and influence, was reportedly facing private health crises that aligned eerily with the documented encounters Nikki uncovered. Iman Shumpert, Kanye West, Drake, and Chris Brown were all implicated in Nikki's expose, with the patterns of private meetings, encrypted messages, and subtle health signals suggesting that the public had only seen the tip of the iceberg. According to Nikki, The very network that once elevated these stars was now a conduit for hidden consequences that nobody had anticipated. The truth was emerging in stages, and the impact on careers, relationships, and reputations was both immediate and far-reaching. Industry sources revealed that the fallout extended beyond personal lives into professional operations. Tours were quietly canceled, studio sessions postponed, and private events restricted under the guise of scheduling conflicts. Public relations teams scrambled to craft statements that would appease fans without revealing incriminating details. Meanwhile, attorneys privately advised clients on how to navigate a scandal that, if fully exposed, could reshape the way the public perceives celebrity accountability. Nikki's revelations had effectively pulled back the curtain on a world that had long operated without transparency, and the consequences were becoming impossible to contain. The public, fueled by Nikki's disclosures, responded with a mix of disbelief, outrage, and morbid fascination. Social media platforms became battlegrounds for speculation. Fans dissected every interaction, every appearance, and every collaboration for hidden clues. Hashtags like #Teyana Taylor scandal, #Hollywood secrets, and #Nikki Taylor exposes trended globally. While forums and comment sections filled with users attempting to map out the web Nikki had described, some questioned the ethics, others questioned the truth, but nearly everyone agreed on one thing. The story was unlike anything the public had seen before. Anonymous sources came forward to corroborate parts of Nikki's story. Former assistants, ex-managers, and casual industry observers confirmed that Teyana's private gatherings were shrouded in secrecy. It was like everyone was watching a game they didn't understand. One source said there were codes, secret signals, updates. People were in the dark, but the pattern was there if you knew how to look. Another insider revealed that some celebrities attempted to distance themselves from the situation once they began noticing anomalies in their health and schedules. But the network of interactions was too intertwined for anyone to fully escape. Nikki's documentation, they said, made the previously invisible web startlingly clear. Legal analysts have begun speculating about the potential consequences of prosecution of Nikki's revelations, while no lawsuits have been officially filed. Sources suggest that there could be serious implications for negligence, undisclosed health risks, and privacy violations. Hollywood's elite, who once seemed invincible, now face scrutiny not just from the public but from legal and medical professionals reviewing the patterns Nikki exposed. The mere fact that multiple celebrities may have been unknowingly affected has raised questions about industry protocols, the responsibility of public figures, and the ethical obligations of those in positions of influence. Perhaps the most shocking element, according to Nikki, is the deliberate secrecy surrounding the entire situation. Hidden messages, encrypted communications, and covert meetings indicate that Teyana and those in her inner circle were acutely aware of the risks. Yet the information was carefully controlled, hidden behind the glamour, red carpets, and media-managed appearances that the world had come to accept as the normal rhythm of celebrity life. It wasn't just illness, Nikki said. It was a hidden system of control, perception, and concealment, and the consequences were real, personal, and widespread. The media response has been frantic. Outlets like ABC, BBC, E! News, and VH1 have all reported cautiously, while Bravo insiders suggest that some executives are privately panicking over potential fallout. Even tabloids that once thrived on sensationalism appear to be taking a step back, unsure how to report the story without facing legal pushback. Nikki's meticulous presentation of evidence, photos, screenshots, private communications has made speculation nearly impossible to dismiss outright. Fans and journalists alike are left piecing together timelines, verifying interactions, and attempting to connect the dots. Amid the chaos, Nikki has continued to insist that her motivation is the truth, not revenge. She describes watching the consequences of her daughter's illness spread unchecked And the realization that secrecy had allowed this to happen fueled her decision to speak out. "I couldn't stay silent anymore," she said. "The public deserves to know. The people involved deserve accountability. And if my daughter is going to survive this with her dignity, the truth had to come out." Her courage in exposing the situation has already prompted private investigations, emergency meetings, and internal reviews across multiple celebrity management teams. The human element of this scandal is impossible to ignore. Behind the glitz and glamour, Nikki's revelations highlight vulnerability, betrayal, and secrecy. Celebrities who seemed larger than life are now revealed to be enmeshed in a web of hidden risks. Fans, too, are forced to reconcile the images they've cherished with the concealed realities Nikki has exposed. In many ways, the story reads like a cautionary tale about fame, power, and the consequences of secrecy. And while some in the industry attempt to control the narrative, Nikki's evidence ensures that the story has a life of its own, one that will not easily be silenced. As the fallout continues, questions remain. Will public outrage force accountability? Could legal action follow? How will this revelation impact future interactions, collaborations, and public appearances of those involved? Nikki's investigation suggests that the consequences are only beginning. Careers may be altered, personal relationships strained, and reputations permanently changed. And the public, now aware of the hidden chain of events, watches closely, hungry for answers. Even more alarming are the potential long-term implications. Nikki has warned that unless there is transparency and accountability, similar situations could recur. The very mechanisms that allowed Teyana's illness to impact others, the secrecy. Hidden communications and controlled appearances exist throughout Hollywood and the broader celebrity ecosystem. Nikki's revelations, therefore, are not just about one scandal. They are a warning to the industry and the public that hidden networks of influence and secrecy can have real, tangible consequences. As the dust begins to settle, Nikki remains resolute. She continues to release evidence selectively, ensuring that the public and media remain engaged while protecting her family's privacy as much as possible. According to her, the ultimate goal is accountability, understanding, and reform. The story, while shocking, is far from over. And as more celebrities and insiders come forward, the picture of Hollywood's hidden epidemic is expected to become even clearer. The consequences of Nikki's revelations are already rippling outward. Concerts may be canceled, collaborations paused, and reputations reevaluated. Fans and the public are watching every statement, every appearance, and every subtle gesture for clues that confirm or contradict Nikki's story. Meanwhile, Nikki has secured the place of whistleblower in a drama that spans decades, proving that even in the world of fame and fortune, secrets have a way of surfacing. This is a story that blends scandal, secrecy, and shocking revelations. Nikki Taylor has exposed a hidden world where illness, influence, and secrecy collided, affecting some of the most untouchable celebrities. And as the public digests the magnitude of what she has revealed, one thing is clear: Hollywood will never look the same again. So, what do you think? Can you even imagine the chaos hidden behind Hollywood's glittering curtain? Nikki Taylor just pulled back the veil, revealing a secret so explosive that it's shaking the foundations of celebrity life as we know it. Teyana Taylor's illness, the hidden messages, the clandestine meetings, the ripple effect on Aaron Pierre, Iman Shumpert, Kanye West, Drake, Chris Brown, and countless others. This isn't just gossip. This is a wake-up call about secrecy, power, and the hidden realities of fame. How many more secrets are waiting to be exposed? How many other stars are caught in webs we can't even see? Now it's your turn. Do you believe Nikki's revelations, or is Hollywood's shadowy world too unbelievable to accept? Could this scandal change the way we view celebrities forever? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let us know which revelations shocked you the most. And if you want more deep dives into the stories the mainstream media won't touch, hit that like button, smash subscribe, and turn on notifications. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. The truth is out. The web is unraveling. And Nikki Taylor just changed everything we thought we knew about Teyana Taylor and the world of the stars. Stay tuned. You're not ready for the next layer of secrets.